Well, spring break is usually a time when college students head to beach parties and destinations like Florida, the Bahamas, and California. But a group of Howard University students is spending spring break doing something else, serving needy communities in 11 cities and 2 countries. Today, they held a Departure Day kickoff rally before leaving to help others.
I feel like it's our duty, it's our obligation, and it's a privilege too to serve our fellow human beings, and so that's something that keeps me coming back.
As a site coordinator last year, it was life-changing. So this year, I'm kind of trying to outdo myself so that it could be even better than last year.
Very proud of them. Some of the service projects include talking to middle and high school students about education and gun violence. And they're also planning to help a Native American tribe displaced by Hurricane Matthew. Well, some 24,000 runners hit the pavement in the nation's capital today for the annual Rock and Roll Marathon. Maybe you were stuck in that traffic and you know it well. The marathon is the only race that takes place completely inside the District of Columbia. Even today's return to winter chill did not deter hardcore runners from taking part in the marathon and half marathon events.
So coming from New York, and I left in the middle of a snowstorm, so I kind of looked forward to this.
I was looking forward to more last weekend when it was like 70.
I've been traveling all over the world the last couple weeks, and so it's nice to come home and get to make sure everything's where it was before I left.
It's pretty hardcore. The Rock and Roll Marathon event also included a concert headlined by the Family Stone, as well as a health and fitness expo at the DC Armory. Well, this next story is really amazing. It'll tug at your heartstrings for sure. A little boy in Fredericksburg, Virginia wanted one thing for his birthday, a party at Target, and his wish came true. Take a look. Hudson celebrated his 4th birthday at the big box store this afternoon. The party was complete with Bullseye t-shirts, Bullseye the dog, and even a 2-tiered Bullseye cake. That's right, they went all out. Hudson's mom says he lives with autism and cerebral palsy, and she says he's obsessed with Target and always points out Target stores and signs and trucks. She says he even watches NASCAR races to see the Target car.
Oh, that's so cute.
And you gotta hand it, kudos to the management and the staff for going all out and making a special day for him. It's
I'm
really
sure
great.
that's a day he is never going to forget. And nobody else can beat that.
I would like a party at Target.
Who wouldn't? I'd want to hang out in the one spot.
I know. Well, and I actually was doing a little research and I found out there was another child who had a party at Target some time ago in a different jurisdiction. And they had a scavenger hunt in the aisles afterwards.
Oh my goodness, the things you can find at Target. Hey, I was at Target the other day. Gotta say, got my snow shovel.
Oh, really?
On sale because the whole winter has been snowless.
I know.
And Delia, now we're looking at a winter storm, and it's looking more and more likely like you are going to need your snow shovel, your snow pants.
Say it ain't so, Melissa.
Snow boots. Yeah, we're going to need it all. First, let's get to that 3-degree guarantee. Good news here. Topper forecasted 40 degrees, and we hit 40. So it was a bullseye. So good news for him.
Nice.
Didn't have to donate any money today. All right, we're springing forward tonight. Tomorrow's going to be a cold day, but then we focus on the winter storm arriving here. It's Monday evening through Tuesday morning, and there's going to be a sharp rain snow cutoff for parts of the area, but places that stay with all snow, you could see quite a bit of it. Let's take you through this winter storm watch, which is in effect starting Monday evening. Right as you're getting home from work, it's continuing into Tuesday morning. Locations in this watch assume 5 inches of snow, definitely fair game. And we'll talk about some even higher totals coming up in a second. Want to pinpoint what future radar may look like on our future cast. This is an idea, one of many models we look at. And what I want to show you is Monday evening. 8 p.m. You've just gotten home from work. We've already got snow that we're tracking in places along D.C., along 66, and to the south. And this snow will overtake the rest of the area going into 11, midnight. And the snow intensity Monday night while you're sleeping is really going to be picking up. This is going to be a heavy, wet snow, one that will stick on some trees, on some power lines as well. Tuesday morning, 2 a.m., we've got heavy bands of snow, wet snow setting up. But to the south, you see this little pink line here. This is the rain-snow line. The slightest jog in this system further to the west versus to the east is going to shift this rain-snow line. And wherever that line ends up, there's going to be a sharp contrast between who ends up with 6 or more inches of snow and who ends up with just 2 or 3 inches of snow. So it's going to continue for the morning commute. Then going into the late morning hours, we'll start to see things wrapping up. But right now, 6 inches of snow probability. If you're north and west of D.C., plan on 6 inches of snow. I think it's a good bet that we are going to see it. Places in southern Maryland still yet to be determined. And just to give you an idea of one of the models to show that sharp contrast, look at this. This is one of many models we look at. We go from 7 inches down to 1 inch in a matter of 30 miles or so. So tough forecast. I've broken down a lot of these details on our WUSA 9 app. You can always get the latest video forecast on that as well. 38 degrees, heavy rain and snow, yellow weather alert Tuesday, and we'll climb back into the 40s later in the work week. Frank, can you beat that?
No, I can't. You know what? It was an early exit for the Terps in the Big Ten tournament. Now they turn their attention to the big dance. Plus, it's title time at the prep level. We got who carried home the hardware coming up in sports.
Now, WUSA 9 Game On Sports with Frank Hanrahan. Brought to you by Xfinity.
All right, we know Maryland's going to be in the NCAA tournament. We will find out tomorrow what region and seeding they will be, but there are concerns heading into this tournament for Maryland. The Terps need to forget about that dud against Northwestern that dropped them out of the quarterfinals in the conference tourney last night at Verizon Center. And they know now one more loss and this season is over for the Terps, so they've got to be ready for the big dance.
We're better than we played. You know, we're 24-8. You know, we were picked 10th. I've loved coaching this team. Tonight we weren't tough enough. I told them starting Monday, the practice plan, or whenever we practice, Sunday, practice plan is going to say practice plan number 1. We're starting a new season with a fresh attitude and see if we can play well in the NCAA tournament.
Well, they got to get tougher. All right, spring sports is already here. Frigid conditions today. Women's lacrosse, Maryland hosting Syracuse. This was the Megan Whittle show. Tied at 2. Whittle scores off the free position play. Terps take the lead. Later in the first half, Maryland rolling right along. Whittle scores again. She had 7 goals. 17-7, Maryland beating Syracuse in lacrosse. Where dreams meet the basketball court, a chance for high school players to be known as a champion. And for Quince Orchard, trying to cap off their great run, taking on Perry Hall out of Baltimore. Class 4A title tonight from Xfinity Center in College Park. Quince Orchard seeking the school's first ever state title. If you weren't at Xfinity, you missed a good one. Anthony Higgs for Perry Hall throws down the dunk. It was back and forth all game long. Later in the fourth, Cougars with the miss, but senior Matt Kelly gets the rebound and the putback +1. He had 22. End of regulation. Perry Hall is down 2 to Quince Orchard. LaQuill Hardnett will tie the game with this runner. Quince Orchard on the inbounds. They get it now to Matt Kelly. Tries to draw the contact. Good no call. Gators hoisted at the buzzer, but it's no good. We go to overtime. Now in overtime, Perry Hall with the lead off the miss. Tyler Hawley with the putback to extend the Gators' lead over Quince Orchard. Late going. Quince Orchard down 3. They turn the ball over on the inbounds, and Perry Hall runs out the clock. Gators are your 2017 Maryland 4A state champs. Great season, though, for Quince Orchard that ends in heartbreak.
We won the region for the first time since 2000, so, I mean, we did some stuff in school history, but I mean, we'll look back and reflect, and it'll be a great season in the end, but right now we're just really disappointed we didn't get the last one.
All right, Potomac seeking their second state title in 4 years. Level down. Wolverines trailed by 13 at half, but clawed their way back. Ryle Burley buries the 3 ball. Later, Potomac with some good ball movement on the offensive end. Malik Moore would hit the jumper, and we are tied with a little over 2 minutes left. But Baltimore Polytechnic would answer on their next possession. Raheem Ali gives the Engineers the lead, and they go on to win the state 3A championship 64-63. But the Wolverines should not hang their heads.
Getting to this point, you know, just shows how strong we are as a team, and that nothing can really stop us, you know. I'm proud of my whole team, and I love everybody, and it was a great season.
And also congratulations, Fairmont Heights High School boys from Capitol Heights, Maryland. They won their first Maryland 1A title in 36 years.
Awesome.
Beating Edmondson Westside 65-62. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Good job for them.
Cutting down the nets.
That's right. Well, don't go away. The biggest snowstorm. Have you heard about it? Yeah, it's coming. It's on its way. Get ready or not. It's coming. So we'll let you know what you need to do to prepare coming up.